Hi Aaron, what's up man?
Hey man, well, I've lost my dog, my grandma just died, I'm in layers of debt, and I just got a flat tire.
You wanna go watch Mad Max?
Yeah, alright.
Mad Max Fury Road is directed by George Miller and stars Bane, but not played by Tom Hardy. Although Tom Hardy is involved in this film, and Charlize Theron has no hair. Aaron, what did you think of Mad Max Fury Road?
Yeah, thought it was a good film, thought it was a little bit different from your typical summer blockbuster, and yeah, I enjoyed it, yeah.
The visual effects, 80% of them were real, as in no CGI involved.
Damn fact.
That is a fact.
I feel the way sci-fi is now, it's like whereas it used to be like whatchamacallit, say in the 70s you would have science fiction and you would have adventure and you would have a thriller. Now all of those things are one thing, so you can have like a thriller with a really tough guy with like loads of science fiction into it. So we're used to hearing like this really high concept sci-fi plot stuffed into a monologue. And so now that it's just like, oh, so what happens in Mad Max? Oh, we do some driving. People, well, some people, because for me, I feel like I don't need that sci-fi monologue where the science fiction isn't actually in the story. It's just some scientist guy saying, well, you know,
we've all heard it before.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been in constant, you know, close to hundreds of movies now.
Yeah,
surely with the same sort of storyline.
Especially given like the superhero genre, it's so much more common now. It's like pop science, if anything, because it's not hard science. It's just like something, you know, the way that the mad scientists will always use really long words that no one will understand. So it's just jargon, death.
If you look at kind of what would be jargon, it's all basically symbols. So you've got symbols of the car, the kind of steering wheel, the way they worship that. So these are all physical things that the audience can see, rather than just long extended words in terms of why you can't get to warp 8 or you can't blow up this planet or whatever. Well, actually, George Miller,
it's an emotion.
He's famous for saying that.
Director of Happy Feet.
He's also the director of Happy Feet and Babe.
Oh no, Pig in the City.
And Babe, Pig in the City.
Well, both of them.
He's producer for both, definitely.
Okay.
So he might have not directed
Babe was superior to
all very similar films. So
no, Babe was good. Babe, Pig in the City. Okay, this is a digression.
He doesn't want them to have subtitles in Japan. So basically, that means you don't have to have this long diatribe about what's actually happening. You just have the action. Maybe very, you know, quick. I mean, how many moments of dialogue? I hardly heard Tom Hardy speak.
I think he went.
We should explain that the storyline is, as well as basically being two chases, this Bane Darth Vader character is chasing after Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron because they have his 9 wives, loads of wives who are 5
wives.
Yeah, and you know, spoiler: some die, some make it, but that's the general premise.
Yeah. So
I mean, in terms of storyline, that's been done before. Yeah. But did you think that that character was generally threatening?
It's weird because, like, in most films, I think, I don't know what it is, the villain appears more so you can gauge whether or not he's threatening. Take last James Bond film, any superhero film. I think the relationship between the two is very good versus evil, like this guy versus that guy.
It's very clear.
Whereas like in Mad Max, it's sort of these people running from a group of cars. So like whenever you see the cars, whenever there's a threat, it's not necessarily the main guy at the heart of it. Obviously he's in there, but it's more just seeing this army of cars coming to get them. Does that make sense? So he was a good villain, but he never, also I think to get a truly good villain you sort of need that scary monologue, him to do something really mean.
I think one of the good points of it wasn't laden with backstory.
Yeah.
In terms of, we think Tom Hardy failed to save his kids from dying.
It's the children from the third one. You must remember that Tina Turner song. We don't need another hero. and it's got loads of children in it.
Yeah.
That's because that's what the film's about. Like, they're supposed to be like the Lost Boy. Do you not remember seeing like anything about that film?
Are we still talking about Mad Max?
Yeah, Mad Max 3, Beyond the Thunderdome.
Oh, I've never seen.
Nor have I, but you must like pop culture. You remember like Tina Turner.
I was not born in
Tina Turner.
early 1980s.
Alright, well done. Tina Turner. You don't remember like...
Yeah, I know Tina Turner.
Yeah, do you not remember that song, right?
Vaguely.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, they were sort of like the Lost Boys, so I haven't seen the film. I'm guessing all the children died, and so that's what must have...
Oh, so it's a bit of a callback to the earlier Mad Max films. Oh,
like those children, because I remember like... I don't know if it not being allowed to watch it or something, it being on TV and just seeing
Despite being 30 at the time.
There's been a lot of talk about like how it's a very feminist film, it's very intelligent, oh the women.
Yeah.
Like that's just Charlize Theron. That's one woman.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the women just get shit on. One just dies, literally, that's there's that thing, what's it called? Women in refrigerators. You've heard that concept?
I've never done that personally, but
it's like when you use the death of a woman to drive a male character, and even though it wasn't driving a male character, it was just a woman who died needlessly. There's zero emotion felt about that. And then the other one is in an abusive, so it has that, it's like it's not an allegory. It's kind of an allegory for an abusive relationship. Like she's been abused but she wants to go back, and then they just sort of, I know there's 5 women, but they don't explore that. That's could have been like a really good thing. They just sort of brush over it.
They got someone, either the writer of, I think it's the writer of the Vagina Monologues, to come and give kind of some creative advice to the wives about how they would act being treated as basically sex slaves. So yeah, you can kind of see that in the acting as well.
That's good, but again, like I think when you talk about a feminist film, you're talking about the fact that not just because it portrays strong women, but more because Hollywood has such a ridiculous lack of strong women. So when you praise it, it should do a bit more than just have one woman. And it's not like those ideas weren't good. It's just that they were completely unexplored, just for like more action. The Charlize Theron character, she's really tough, but then what else is there? So when
she has one arm.
There you go. There's a bit.
There you go.
Don't know why. You don't know. Did it just fall off? Was it chopped off? Who knows?
Yeah. There's a bit of
I don't know.
Explaining to do.
I feel like the way it was talked about is being championed as like this feminist action movie where it's just a woman does a little bit more than usual.
What about locations, in terms of they actually filmed in deserts instead of a kind of Star Wars prequel green screen for every location?
Yeah, that was cool. Well, it's better than like endless like central business districts blowing up and like buildings crashing.
Oh, Superman.
Buildings. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Or
You
Avengers.
should have just said.
Or Iron Man, or any of those films, or Star Trek. It happens in all of those films. So yeah, yes, there's nothing to get blown up really, except for other cars. Explosions were nice though. Very like there was a bit when they went into the tornado, was it? A sandstorm?
Yeah, some sort of sandstorm / hurricane, which was, I think, the only major part of the film which was CGI. But
makes sense.
But was done well, obviously. Yeah, obviously. So, Aaron, would you recommend Mad Max Fury Road?
Yeah, everyone should go and see it.
Everyone,
except for people who want to see a feminist action film. They should just watch something else. Yeah.
like nothing.
Yeah. Ha! So yeah, 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs.
1 thumb, 1.5.
1 and a bit thumb.
Yeah.
Or if you're Charlize Theron, 1 thumb and a robotic thumb.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Claw. 1 claw up.
And a thumb.
And the pinky.